Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Cordy Star had unsafe real-life cult experience before taking on same role. Coronation Street star Emrys Cooper, who plays cult leader Rowan Cunliffe in the ITV soap, has fast become the most hated man in Weatherfield as he has sucked Liam Battersea, Jane Danson, into the Sinciter Institute. While a cult on the cobbles may not seem the most plausible storyline, Emrys says things like this really do happen, and he knows as he has first-hand experience. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, the 39-year-old actor said, "It was kismet, ironic and very much poetic justice that I would play Rowan in Coronation Street, given my personal experiences with cults. My parents wound up unknowingly in a cult," he confessed. While he won't reveal the cult in order to protect his parents, he admits, "I saw just firsthand the dangers and the consequences of their experience. And growing up in Totnes, it's a hop for New Age thinking, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it does attract a lot of charlatans, gurus, and holistic doctors that don't have the qualifications or training with what they're selling. So unfortunately, my parents did fall victim to quite a few in Devon, which meant I did feel very unsafe growing up, because I had these strange figures coming in and out of our lives and home, and I couldn't really understand growing up," he recalled. Motivated by his experience, Emrys made a movie about the subject years before joining Coronation Street, which required even further research into the topic. "I wrote and directed a film called The Shrew Retreat, which is about a cult leader in the Catskills of New York. So I'm very familiar and passionate about this subject matter and bringing light to it. So it's divine synchronicity that I'm getting to play Rowan on Coronation Street," he pondered. Emrys is keen to stress his parents didn't intentionally join the cult, but rather their vulnerabilities were preyed on. "It can happen to anyone. My parents were intelligent people. They both just have trauma from growing up. So this made them more susceptible and vulnerable because they're always seeking these alternative remedies and alternative lifestyles. Their intentions weren't necessarily bad, but it made them just more vulnerable to these kind of cons." While he may sound completely at peace with his experience now, Emrys confesses that is partly thanks to the role of Rowan, which has helped him deal with previously unresolved issues. "I think I was holding on to a lot of anger and resentment towards my parents, but in the last few months, I feel I have let go of a lot. It's like a veil has dropped and I can see things clearly for the first time. I think playing the role of Rowan on Corey helped with this growth. That's the interesting thing about acting. You can step outside of yourself, and with that comes objectivity and insight." Unfortunately for Rowan's mother, there were serious consequences to her pursuit of an alternative lifestyle. Her doctor had given her a prescription for high blood pressure, but she took advice from a holistic doctor instead. She listened to this quack guy, stopped taking the high blood pressure medication, and then she had a very severe stroke, and she is now in a nursing home, sadly revealed. "At the end of the day, the cold reality is that if my mother had just gotten regular checkups and taken her medications, she would be in good health and not confined to a hospital bed today. The simple message I'd really like to drive home is get your blood work done by a professional and take regular checkups seriously," he pleaded. Reflecting on modern cults, he said, "Cults are really everywhere," he opined. "They look different to how we imagine them to be, in white tunics, running around the fields. Now you got TikTok dance cults, which is a social media thing. You got all these YouTubers now brainwashing people. People are online so much that now we got this way to target people. If you have any interest, these cults can literally target you on social media. So it's a very different time. We've been bombarded with so much misinformation, disinformation, and conspiracy theories. I think we're a lot more susceptible to cults nowadays."